Hey guys, it's the Chad, your C10 truck nerd. A while back I picked up this 1971 GMC 1500 and when I got it home I thought I'd just jump on it like a cat on a clean car, but that didn't happen. Next thing I know, winter hit and I haven't touched this thing in months. Well, luckily we're going to get a break in the weather and it should be at least above freezing for a few days, so I thought, hey, let's get this thing cleaned up a little bit to see what we got to work with. Should be a good time. Nope. It's going to be disgusting, just like all of them. They're all full of poop. Great. Before we get going too far, one thing we forgot to do was give this old truck a name. Now, one of my favorite parts of bringing home one of these old rust buckets is my oldest human here. She gets to come up with all their names. I think over the last year or so we've had Whitey, Brownie, Bluey, Blue Truck, Blue Bed, Donna, Sally, and what'd you come up for this truck here?
Forest.
Forest? Like, because it's green, or Forrest Gump?
Both.
Both? Well, I think that's a pretty fitting name. I like it. Now, I don't know that I've ever had a truck with a boy name before, but there's a first for everything. But how about you guys? Do you guys name your old hot rods? If so, type down in the old clickety-clack what fun names you've come up with. So my goal with this old truck is to make it my patina driver, but it needs quite a bit of work. Now most of you guys know I started this channel to encourage fathers, kiddos, and guys on tight budgets to keep turning wrenches on these old things. Now when I bought Forrest, I didn't have any money to get him back onto the road, so I spent the last few months buying, selling, trading, and flipping all sorts of parts trying to get a little bit of cash together. Cool thing is, I was able to go through and stockpile quite a few good parts as well. Now, since I don't have that unlimited budget, I'm going to keep trading, watching for sales, flipping parts, and, surfing the old face space. Well, I'm also going to show you guys how to revive a lot of parts off of one of these old trucks for next to nothing. So the first thing we need to do is start cleaning out about 20 years of nastiness that's either been sitting or growing in this old truck. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I'd usually tell you just to open up the doors, grab a compressor or leaf blower, and just blast all that stuff out into the driveway or your neighbor's yard. And that works pretty well, but sometimes you just can't get into all the nooks and crannies that you need. So I did the right thing, jumped onto the old face space and picked me up one of these Rat Turd Sucker 5000 units for about 20 bucks. Now this thing's going to be my dedicated shop vac for these biohazard trucks that I bring home. So please don't bring your vacuum out of the house out here to clean one of these things up. Last thing you want to do is bring in poop, roaches, or the hantavirus into the house. So again, dedicated shop vac. When I get finished with this one, I'll dump it out in the dumpster and then stick it in the garden shed until I need it again. Now, if it wasn't 20 degrees out, I'd say we'd jump right into one of my professional driveway detail jobs, but I think we'll wait till it gets a little bit warmer. I think what we should do though is start removing some of the big chunks and doing a little bit of exploring. I mean, truly, it's been a couple months since I've even opened the doors of this old thing, and I can't really remember what it has or doesn't have, so let's start there. So usually these old pickups can tell you quite the story about what's in or on them, and the bed of this pickup is, it's bad. Look, we got some chewing tobacco, some cigs, looks like a curtain rod. What do you got, kid?
Pen. And it works.
Well, maybe you can save that one for school. Bunch of brake lines. Oh, silverware set for 4. Sparkulator. That one's probably not gonna work. Got a trowel. And all this here is about 58 tons of rat poop.
Dad, look at the key.
Oh, let's see it. Yeah, it's for a Ford. No key for this one. Hey, don't tell your mom you're back here with me, please.
Okay.
So as we move to the inside, it's, oh yeah, I forgot. We have all this nuclear green, I'm guessing that's rat poison, but I don't know. But it's not horrible, but it's pretty bad in here. So I think it's time to recycle on those floor mats and just start blowing, and then we'll shop back some things out of here. But kind of interested to see what's under this old seat, and also scared. So yeah, pull.
Ooh, is that Carissa?
Is it what?
Graffiti.
Graffiti?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That is that's the old model numbers that they put back on here over 50 years ago. Somebody wrote on there with chalk. But under the hood, that's nasty too. So we're gonna put the old metal to the pedal, metal to the pedal,
Pedal to the metal.
pedal to the metal, and see how far we can get today before we just freeze. Ready to go? Let's get after it. What do you think, kid?
Yuck.
Yuck. Well, you did a good job there. How was that?
Fun.
It was fun?
Yeah.
You'd rather be working on Dad's trucks or playing on the tablet?
That's a secret.
Secret? Well, you did a good job. That is really clean, kiddo. I think the trash can's getting already full. Ugh. Ready to start with the inside of it?
Oh. I didn't know we were doing that.
Yep, next step.
Okay. Well, I guess it's gonna be my truck, so I better get on with it.
All right.
This is the biggest turd I've ever seen.
I think that's a piece of weather stripping.
What's that?
Just to keep the outside air from getting inside of the cab.
I don't think it is. I found a wallet.
A wallet?
It has like a dead gnat in it too.
I think that's for somebody's sunglasses.
You probably need to go back to school.
You're probably right. So we've got most everything blown out with the leaf blower and compressor. Something we did find was some of the old insurance paperwork. Looks like this thing hasn't been on the road since 2004. But even after we use the leaf blower and compressor, there is a reason why I bought that shop vac, is because you just can't get everything. So we'll get under here, underneath the seat and glove box and all that, and keep moving forward. One thing you may or may not thought about with these old trucks is if you get the door panels off, instead of just washing the outside of the truck or washing the inside, a lot of times these are going to be packed full of dirt, mud, just whatever's fallen through the weather, stripping throughout the years. So if they are off, what I like to do is just get the air compressor or the vac and just blow stuff out. It's pretty amazing how filthy they can be. So I've got the majority of the inside of the truck done, and I gotta tell you, by far, the worst truck of the year. I mean, it smelled horrible, tasted worse, and the dust. I mean, I have never had a truck so dusty in my life. My lungs can't take it anymore, so I'm moving here under the hood, and good thing is there's probably only 14 pounds of rat turds to go, so I don't care about vacuuming it anymore. I'm just gonna crank the compressor to full blast, let this stuff rip all over the driveway. I just want to be done with it so I can start washing. So here we go. So I know I said the inside of the truck was horrible, but this one isn't too, look at this. Freaking terrible. Again, you should definitely wear gloves. You know, do as I say, not as I do. It's bad. Oh my gosh. So again, it's important with these front fender buckets down here, make sure that they're not packed full of those drains in the bottom, or you could just run into big problems like this. That's another big reason why this passenger side fender rusts out in the bottom. Not just the battery, but they get plugged up. So I think we're looking pretty good. I bet we've removed 10, 12 pounds of trash and feces out of here so far. Still got a ways to go, but I'm pretty pleased so far. Oh yeah, check this out. It's at least a third of the way full. Yuck. Well, if I didn't mention before, I'm not trying to give Forrest a full detailed job. I'm just trying to go through and get all the grease, grime, and crud off of it so I can see what we've got. I've already lost my helper because it's starting to precipitate out. It's getting dark and I'm really cold, so let's just, let's go. Well, just like always, that was disgusting. Truly, I keep saying I'm gonna buy better trucks, but I don't because I'm cheap. So I guess you guys gotta keep hearing me complain about rat turds, rat poison, and dead critters underneath the seat. But truly today, we were just trying to clean Forrest up a little bit to figure out what we had to work with. And truly, he's a pretty solid truck. I mean, he's got some rust here and there, but nothing we can't work around. So for the next step is, what do we do next? I think maybe we go through and start deleting some of the parts that don't work or that we don't want anymore, and then we can make a shopping list to get him running again. But what do you guys think? Maybe should we lower him? Should we put a small block in? Maybe do some paint work? Well, let us know down in the old clickety-clack, and while you're there, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Truly, I want to try to keep this as budget-friendly as I can. I think with some used parts and some budget parts, we can really do some cool stuff. Well, a big shout out to my oldest human here for helping me clean this up. This was probably the worst one we did this year, wasn't it? Yeah? Well, thanks for all your help. Well, we appreciate your time and thanks for watching.